You smell that? It's burning oil and burning brakes. The 24 hours of lemons. But what is a lemon? Slightly used, undesirable, the embarrassing car that your nana drove you to school in that day, that ugly four-door saloon that sat in the carport until the goats ate all the paint off of it, the kind of car that makes the girls put their panties back on. In other words, what the Yanks would like to call a piece of shit. But you want to go racing? Find yourself an old car, put a roll cage in it, and let's go racing. Some of these lemons are out on a leisurely stroll around Sebring Raceway. However, some are quite good. What are you racing today?
84 Audi 4000S Quattro. It's all-wheel drive, 180 raw horsepower. Yesterday we kind of ran out of some brakes, but she still was turning some good laps here at the end of the trip, about the last hour. We got some awesome rear seats, was probably the only ones. Little rear door bars, so we can go out to dinner, you know, fit the whole family. I mean, other than that, it's got a little bit of suspension, brakes, of course, big tires. It does have a newer motor in it, that helps. The original one was about 115-ish horsepower. She ran good, but couldn't pass anybody on a straightaway, so didn't get the job done. So we ended up upgrading it to a later motor, but other than that, she's pretty 84 Audi.
Mark Mitchum, so what broke yesterday and what's going to break today?
Oh, that's a good question. Nothing's going to break today. We've got an 87 C4 Corvette. So, it's a beauty with a late model Suburban engine in it.
Good American muscle.
Absolutely. We're keeping it Chevy.
And you can buy like all the expensive car stuff to get it below the hood, but then that's not a lemons car, right?
Exactly.
So we're running like, we had to cut a hole in the hood for the truck intake. We had to cut holes in the firewall for the truck exhaust.
This is an LS style 5.3 here, huh?
Yeah.
327. All right. Cool,
So,
man.
Like we made an effort to try and keep the cost down and be a true lemons car.
Some of the autos are atrocious.
It's a 94 Ford Probe that's been hit more times than Tina Turner.
It's a 94 Ford Probe. It's got the V6 engine in it. It's a 5-speed manual. We really didn't change too much. Of course, you rip out all the crap that's blocking your intake, which really didn't matter anyway because we melted the pistons right inside the block. Aside from that, we ripped out all the interior, put in a roll cage, which thankfully we didn't need, but probably would have needed had it ran more than 8 laps. And yeah, put the crappiest tires we could find on there, and you know, destroyed the sidewall pretty well. So you know, we myrtleated it for a good 8 laps, and you know, maybe next time we'll make it 9.
Unlike real Le Mans, these lemons do not race through the night. Some do not even have headlamps, let alone indicators. Night time is reserved for repair on the lemons and drinking beer. Then it's off to the hotel room. Under the hot Florida sun for an entire day, fatigue starts to set in. As the hour gets late, teams are still at work, prepping their cars for the morning. These lemons cover all makes and models. A Mazda with a Corvette front end. Lexus with a wrap so hideous you have to look away. A Miata with a white area rug for the roof. A Corvette that looks more like Frankenstein than an American sports car. The next morning, bright and early, they start their engines and head out on the track. Like a university student shaking off the night before, these cars don't have any business being out on a racetrack. Low on power, hideous to look at, leaking oil, won't get you a date. You could have $1 million and these cars still couldn't get you laid. With no fanfare, no race girls, these lemons are just a test of drivers, mechanics, and how much fun you can have out on the racetrack. This was Turn 9's first lemons. We had a great time. We got drunk. Cheers, mates. All the party! All the racing! Turn 9!